Right now, with Assetto Corsa Rally lighting up the sim racing world, there hasn't been a better moment to stop and look back. Not just dream what the full version of Assetto Corsa Rally will be, but to ask some quieter questions. How did we even get here? How did we end up celebrating something for being difficult? How did we all find ourselves waiting for something we didn't even know we were missing? This isn't a definitive history lesson. This isn't a tier list. This is personal. Every memory has a beginning. A first corner, first sound, a first time you realize this might be your thing. For me, that place in time was 1998, and that game was Colin McRae Rally. Sure, Rally existed around me. I'd seen Sega Rally, arcade cabinets were a thing, but Colin McRae Rally didn't just show up. It grabbed my attention and said this is what Rally is. Was it realistic? I had no idea, and I truly did not care, because there it was. Subaru Impreza WRX GC, wearing that 3.5's livery like armor. Back when podium girls were a thing, back when cigarettes were the healthy alternative. That car became a rally to me. Colin McRae himself became Rally. In my head, they all fused into one, together with the game. And then just a few years later, Colin McRae Rally 2.0 arrived. Brighter, bigger, faster, more countries, longer stages, sharper physics, better visuals, multiplayer nights that felt endless. Back when sequels actually meant something. Back when progress was more than adding a number on a box. We know how to count Forza. And at the time, it honestly felt like, yeah, this is it. This is what Rally is supposed to be. Turns out 2004 had other plans. So did life. Teenage years, no friends, and right on the schedule, like the universe checking its watch, this game showed up. A title responsible for more shattered headsets, airborne objects, and pure, unfiltered rage than found in unnamed racing series mechanics trying to rebuild a car after every race weekend. Welcome to Richard Burns Rally. This game did not care about your feelings. I would go so far to say it actively haunted them. It was brutally realistic, unforgiving, cold. One mistake, stage over. One rock, no mercy, start again. The stage design felt personal. Right when you are already driving on the edge, doing everything humanly possible to not hit the only tree in the entire field, the road dips, the grip disappears, and you fly, spiritually, emotionally, physically, directly into that tree. But then it clicked. This is what Rally actually is. It's grit, it's bite, it's learning how not to quit. It's pushing the limit, failing spectacularly and building muscle memory for restarting stages. It was the first sim that taught me something real. To be good, you don't react. You stay on the offensive. You don't wait for the track. You tell it what's about to happen. And that realization, life-changing. I think it stayed with a lot of us. Thank you, Richard Burns Rally, but I hate you. The years that followed were still full of good games, but everything lived in the long shadow of Richard Burns Rally. XPand Rally Xtreme. A game you can't physically mention without also mentioning the Nokia N-Gage and any other product from an era where misspelling words were considered a design philosophy. It was a moment, a weird one, but it still mattered. Not even a rally game, but Race Driver Grid quietly owned a chunk of my life. I think I loved it because it helped me recover from the Burns Rally massacre. It was easy to be fast. The physics forgave you, the tire smoke was beautiful, and sometimes it was just nice to feel good at racing again. The early 2010s arrived, and with them, the dirt era, especially the Dirt 3 for me. Big, loud, flashy, Ken Block energy, fireworks, gymkhana everywhere. It lived in this strange middle ground, definitely not a sim, but not full arcade either. Call it 2080, and it worked. Rally went mainstream. People who had never touched a rally game, or as we call them controller people, suddenly cared, or at least knew the title. Things though got quieter. The years after that were rough. It started to feel like endless loop of WRC games proving that yes, they also know how to count. Okay, maybe that's unfair, it wasn't all bad. But Rally started to drift underground again. Partly because Assetto Corsa showed up and completely took over our lives, but also because something else happened. We lost the spirit of the rally. We forgot that rally isn't supposed to make you feel good. It isn't supposed to be easy. It isn't supposed to let everyone win. We went from Richard Burns rally to doing donuts in the Forza Horizon Festival. And the worst part? At least I didn't even notice how it happened. Year's 2015, and something is in the air. Dirt Rally, a game finally worthy of the word rally in its name for some time. A reminder that the sport was still alive, that suffering was still part of the contract, and that somehow we were ready to challenge ourselves again. And just like 17 years ago with Colin McRae Rally, the 2.0 followed shortly after. Suddenly, it felt like rally had its renaissance. It landed in a good place, a stable place. So stable, in fact, that we kind of stopped noticing time pass. Because when I looked back now, it has been almost 6 years without a truly exciting new rally title. Dirt Rally 2 held its torch so well that it made rally feel solved, like it had reached its final form. But then, out of nowhere, like a lion interrupting peaceful gazelle's morning sip, Italy happened. Assetto Corsa Rally entered early access. No build-up, no warning, a title we didn't even know existed. We thought Kunos had their hands full with Assetto Corsa Evo. And they did. But then this quiet supernova game studio shows up. Gets the tech, gets the physics, gets the blessing from Pope and Kunos, and drops the biggest rally surprise of the decade. Because apparently Italians not only export good food, fast cars, beautiful views, culture, music, architecture and Valentino Rossi, they also export pain. Next level, soul-testing, monitor-breaking pain. Every single person who touched AC Rally Early Access said one of three things. It's difficult, I'm rusty, I need practice, or I keep crashing. And if that hits you somewhere deep in your bones, you already know what that means. Rally is back. Now that we know that we're going to have a lot of explaining to do about why we're suddenly not feeling very social, about why our keyboards look like they lost a fight with Godzilla, we cannot be caught out here rocking GT wheels, hand clutches and high heels. No. We must prepare. So here's how I am preparing for Assetto Corsa Rally. And yes, this may have gone a little out of hand, but we're all the same. We understand. Step 1. The wheel. We start with a round wheel. No buttons, no screens, no nonsense. Just a big, beautiful circle of figure it out. Simagic quick release, random Amazon wheel, bolted together, done. The wheel didn't come with a cap, so I can see the little judgy pin staring at me and saying, "Is that all you've got?" Step 2. The shifter situation. Now this is where things get fun. A good sequential shifter isn't optional. It's emotional sport. Thanks to mild hoarding tendency and gear buying addiction, I do have some options. Option 1, Simagic Q1. This is a weapon. Every shift feels like cocking a shotgun. If you live with another human being, they will hate it, which is exactly why you will love it even more. Option 2, Simagic DS-8X. The versatile one. H pattern, sequential. It covers everything from WRC to classic rally cars. Sequential mode feels a little springy, a little mushy, not the best, but definitely not the worst. It's very usable. I'll be running both of these into the ground and reporting back with the results. Shifter situation, yet to be decided. Step 3, the handbrake. I already have one, it's the VNM one, and it just happened to be the Rally Edition. As if I knew. Handbrakes are simple creatures. Good resistance, predictable reading, that's it. Positioning, however, critical. Step 4, the button box. This is a big change for me. I've never been a button box person. Wheels had enough buttons. Keyboard and mouse filled the gaps, but now I have no buttons on the wheel, and I do not trust myself to grab a keyboard mid-stage. So I gave in. Generic PXN CB1 from Amazon, and suddenly I get it. The button boxes, the delta displays, the safety nets for immersion. I get it. This has been my memory of Rally, and this is how I'm getting ready to write the next chapter. Now I want to know how you are preparing for Rally. Maybe you got a new wheel or shifter, maybe you shuffle things around so that it's more comfortable for you to rally. Let me know, I would love to see. Maybe you are one of those modded Richard Burns rally gurus who has played the game for over 2 decades now. I'm sure you have knowledge how to make the perfect setup. And the best part is that it doesn't matter if you are new to rally or you've been doing it for decades. It doesn't matter if you have old belt-driven Fanatec or new torque monster that needs to be bolted down on the concrete floor. Rally does not care. Rally will keep us humble, honest, and remind us of who we really are. And honestly, we should be proud of ourselves. Return of Rally and the way we reacted to it proves something important. It proves that we are ready to rally again.
Keep on moving till you're ready to go.